Buy this here. Sign up for discounts. Did we mention discounts? Why aren't you signing up? See mistargeted ad here. Here's another one. Look over here, up here, now down here. This is not your optimal marketing strategy. But what if you had Salesforce? With Salesforce, you blaze trails with one platform for one connected customer experience, taking customers on the one-to-one journeys they choose. Your marketing team is smarter and more predictive about each customer with an intelligent platform integrating marketing, sales, service, and commerce. A collaborative CRM with the tools and data to make recommendations based on past purchases, or help solve issues your customers may have had with certain products, like shipping a new jacket quickly. You can drive engagement through custom communities and connect with your customers through any device, on any channel. From social media to your connected products, gathering key insights to strengthen your relationship with each customer at every stage. Even the businesses you're marketing to, easily adjusting campaigns to help drive leads and pipeline. All while you get a complete view of your customer data to optimize your marketing strategy right from your phone. Discover one platform for one connected customer experience with Salesforce.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Salesforce for Marketing. My name is Bryan Wade, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Customer Engagement. And over the next 40 minutes, we're going to help you understand how the Marketing Cloud is more integrated into the rest of Salesforce than ever before. We're going to share with you how Crux, a company that Salesforce just acquired, fits into how you as a marketer can reach more customers. And in fact, we've got the CEO and co-founder of Crux here in the room today, and he and I are going to do a little demo for you and show you that. But most importantly, we've got two great companies. Two great companies we're going to highlight and show you their stories. We're going to hear about Dunkin' Donuts, fun brand, and we're also going to hear about Pearson Education and how they're driving more people to their events using the customer success platform. So before we dive in, we just want to, of course, present this slide, suck all the air out of the room, and say if you're going to make any buying decisions, please make it based on current product offerings. You can read all this on our website and check it out. So I want to, show of hands, who here is a marketer or is in marketing or does, okay, all right. So that's phenomenal. So we've got a great audience here. So if you look at this slide, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As a marketer, you have a spectrum of choices on how you want to try to drive your business. And that spectrum starts with broadcast marketing. So broadcast marketing is a great way to reach people, lots of them. But the challenge with broadcast is you don't always know who you're reaching. And so that's where we've seen in the last 10 years this phenomenon of digital marketing. And digital marketing is the great equalizer for all marketers. Whether you're a large enterprise or a small business, B2B, B2C, digital marketing drives sales, and you can tie your campaigns directly back to those sales. It's highly measurable. And if you're a marketer in the room, you probably just came off Black Friday or Cyber Monday, or if you're in B2B, you're thinking about your Q4 number and how to drive more pipeline and leads for your customers. We think about that too. And we have some of the leading products around email and mobile and social and advertising that help you do that. But what we've been talking about with all of you is this idea of one-to-one customer journeys. And many of you in the room have figured out how to do that, how to connect with your customer on more than just marketing, on every touch point they have with your brand. But some of you haven't yet figured that out. And when I talk to you, those of you who haven't figured it out, it's kind of the same story I hear over and over again, that you as a marketer are living in this world of silos. Your data is siloed, or the systems that actually engage with your customers don't talk to each other. It's a common story that we hear all the time when we talk to our customers. And what this creates is a gap with your customers, because your customers are experiencing your brand in more ways than just a digital experience. They're talking to your sales reps, they're calling your call center. And so how can you bridge this customer experience gap? Well, there are a few companies who've done it. You can see them there on the slide, Philips and Uber and Fitbit and Amazon. Now, what those companies have in common are really two core things. First, they put the customer at the center of all their thinking. And the second thing they all have is they all run Salesforce wall to wall. Salesforce for marketing, it's the smartest CRM for one-to-one customer journeys because what it is, it's a fully integrated, complete CRM for sales and service and marketing and apps and commerce. So as a marketer, you can have a platform to capture and unify all the data that you have about your customer and all those interactions they're having with your brand, and then activate that data for one-to-one journeys across all of the touch points your customers have with you on the customer lifecycle to engage those customers on every touch point and every device. And as a marketer, it's your job to figure out how you and your organization can break down those data silos, break down those budget silos, and connect with your customer on every step of the customer lifecycle, from awareness and acquisition to retention and advocacy. And this little circle in the middle, those five cloud circles, the blue sales cloud, the purple service cloud, the orange marketing cloud, that's what I call our rainbow cloud strategy. And so if you're sitting here thinking, how does all this work together? What I'm gonna do in the next few minutes is walk you through how each of these clouds can be applied to the world of marketing, and how marketers are taking these clouds and connecting them and truly creating connected customer experiences. And it starts with this orange, coming out of the orange cloud, the marketing cloud, with advertising. So Advertising Studio is a product we have that lets you take your CRM data, and I'll bet you there's a bunch of people here in this room who are sitting on a big database of email addresses, that first-party data, and you can activate that first-party data on mobile, social, and display ads. And we're gonna talk more about advertising here in a minute, but this is a key part of driving the pipeline that you need for your business. B2B, B2C, enterprise, SMB, doesn't matter. Now, if you have a B2B selling team, we have a product called Pardot. And what Pardot does is Pardot drives leads and pipeline for sales reps, because your sales reps are calling on accounts and they're trying to close deals. And we're gonna show you Pardot here in the keynote today, show you how it works, show you how it's integrated into the rest of Salesforce. We made our largest acquisition in the history of the company, Demandware. So Demandware is a company that's a leader in digital commerce, and that's created our Commerce Cloud. What Demandware does is it allows a B2C marketer to manage their online and store commerce. So you can connect the digital world with the physical world using our new Commerce Cloud and Demandware. And of course, our best-in-class email marketing and mobile marketing technologies to manage all of your triggered, transactional, and promotional email, SMS, and push campaigns. And this kind of best-kept secret, I think, of Salesforce, especially if you're a marketer, you might not know. I would bet, how many here in the room have a mobile app? Your business have a mobile app? Okay, a few of you. Typically, when I talk to a marketer, they have funded the mobile app, but they did not build it. Either IT built it or an agency built it. Somebody else built it for them, and they don't know where it's built and hosted. We have one of the world's leading app development and hosting platforms called Heroku, and when you build your app on the Salesforce platform, you can connect your mobile app in to the customer journey. And same thing if you have products, devices, apps. The IoT cloud allows you to connect those things into the customer experience as well. We also have some of the leading social media technology. So Social Studio is our product that lets you engage, publish, and then analyze what all of your customers are saying about you on social. And what we've done with Social Studio is we have integrated it. So we have taken it and we've integrated it into customer service. So the Service Cloud with social customer care. We've integrated it into selling in the Sales Cloud for social selling, and we've integrated it into Journey Builder for one-to-one social journeys. So we've unlocked the value of social by taking it out of its silo and integrating it into the full customer success platform. Now, everyone here in this room has a website. I'd be shocked if you don't. And one of the questions I always ask the marketers is, how can you take your website and make it social? How can you take your website and not just have it be a one-way conversation, but a two-way conversation between yourself and your customers, or your customers and each other, or your partners and your customers? And the way you do that is a product we have called Communities. So when you log into a website that's running Communities, it's a two-way dialogue. There's badges, there's games. It's an exciting and engaging experience on the web. But that Communities experience can also be a place to deflect calls to your call center. So that way you can have customers answer their own question, which most customers really do want to answer their own question. And the last part here is support and customer service, because every service interaction is a marketing opportunity. And many of you might be running the Service Cloud, and if you are, it is fully integrated into our marketing experiences. We have a lot of customers that are taking Service Cloud data and integrating it into our Marketing Cloud to drive one-to-one service journeys. So that's how we're thinking about this vision of the customer lifecycle. And for the Marketing Cloud, we see sort of three major layers, three pillars of how we're investing. And Journey Builder is our platform. Journey Builder is our product that orchestrates the one-to-one customer journey across those touch points. You heard a lot about Einstein and AI today. We've made a number of acquisitions, and we have several products. Specifically, we're going to show you today in our demos how Einstein works. And also, the last core pillar is data management. You really can't have a marketing cloud without a DMP. And just recently, we acquired a company called Crux. Crux is the leading data management platform. And what Crux allows you to do is capture data from billions and trillions of events that are coming in from the open web and devices, and then take that data and use it to find new audiences, to find people, to target them with one-to-one advertising on any channel and any device. And so we have the CEO and co-founder of Crux here today, Tom Chavez. Tom, welcome to the World Tour.
Thanks, Brian.
All right.
Glad to be here.
Awesome. So we're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to give you a live demo right here in the room of this brand new product. We didn't do this at Dreamforce because the deal hadn't closed, but now you're part of the family officially.
Now we can
let's take a look. So we're here in the Marketing Cloud. Of course, we've got email, mobile, social, advertising. We've got analytics, Journey Builder, Content Builder, Personalization Builder, Audience Builder, all the builders that support those channels. We're going to pop into a product called Advertising Audiences. Now, what Advertising Audiences does is you can take that CRM data, all those email addresses you have in the Marketing Cloud, and you can connect it to Google with their customer match, Facebook and their customer match, Twitter and their customer match. But we're going to create a new audience here, and we are going to take this data. We've got a list. We've created a segment. We've created called hiking customers. So customers have a high propensity to buy, and we are going to onboard that directly into Crux. You can see it there. So what's happening is we're picking this data extension. It's got 11 million contacts in it, hiking customers. They have a high propensity to buy. And now we're going to synchronize that data. And we can do it every day, every hour, however frequently we want. And now we've activated it, and we've onboarded the data, your first-party CRM data, into this platform to find new audiences. So let's go ahead and pull up Crux. So we're going to see how this data has moved from Marketing Cloud into the Crux platform. And there's a whole bunch of audiences. Let's find, there it is. There's that hiking customers, 11 million contacts, 28 million devices. So, Tom, you can see that there. We've got this data. We brought it into Crux. What do we do with it? How do we extend the audience to find more people?
Absolutely, Brian. So let's jump into the segmentation engine so I can tell you a little bit about how that goes. So there up on the screen, you can see that left rail. Think of that as your color palette for bringing in data from virtually any source so that you can start to author segments on the fly. So at the top there, you saw the first-party data. That's your data, which can be data from other clouds of Salesforce that you're using, media exposure data, purchase price data, earned data from social media, breaking down those silos you talked about, flying it all into a single place so that you can start to build segments on it quickly. At the bottom, you saw the third-party data.
Yeah.
That includes data from industry stalwarts like Nielsen, Experian, Axiom. Our customers have been using those guys for a long time now. About 18 months ago, our customers came to us and they said, this is great, Crux, but we want you to help us kick things up a notch. Can you help us get access to more premium proprietary data to fuel our marketing strategies? And so we listened and we built something we call Crux Link, which is that sort of trusted second-party peer-to-peer connection.
Peer-to-peer.
Exactly. So in this context, Northern Trail Outfitters wants hikers. Well, guess what? Rodale is another successful Crux client. They own a lot of media brands, including Hikers World.
They don't compete, but they're complementary.
They don't compete, they're complementary.
Okay.
So Rodale has Hikers World That's a very powerful audience
Got it.
that Northern Trail Outfitters can activate here.
Awesome. So I can combine my first-party data with another company I might go into arrangement with second-party data, and then, of course, all the third-party data. So I've got all that here, and I can create an audience. So if I've got all this data here, let's say I'm new to this.
Yep.
This is a new world for me, and I come to this this interface, and it's my first time, and I don't know quite what to do. How would I even get started with this?
That's a great question, see, because a lot of our customers, when you're operating off of data sets this huge,
Yeah,
right?
massive.
Just billions of data points, lots of attributes and rules that could comprise a potential segment,
Yeah.
but you don't necessarily know where to start.
Okay.
So that's where we put the machines to work. We leverage the power of machine learning and artificial intelligence now. You see there up on that screen, clusters of attributes that hang together in a statistically valid way.
Great.
Our algorithms are probing the data, surfacing those attributes, bringing them to the surface.
So these are algorithms picking out attributes about the data you had to say, these are the kinds of people you want to target?
These are birds of a feather that flock
Okay.
in a single place. We can
Okay.
expose the logic behind each of them. You can understand what's behind it.
Got it.
And with the click of a button, create a
Create a
segment.
segment,
You
okay.
don't have to have a PhD in applied math or computer science to get the
Figure that out.
benefit of these.
Cool. So look, 38 million. So we've expanded from 11 to 38 million, from about 23 million devices to 93 million devices. So we've got the audience is much larger.
Absolutely.
We've got this big audience of data. Now, how do we activate it? What do we do next?
Right, so here at Crux, what we've created are a set of always-on activation channels
Okay.
that allow our customers, once they've built these segments, to go and light up those connections wherever their customers and users are. So here, you can light them up on other Salesforce clouds, programmatic media partners like Google, e-commerce players like Amazon and Walmart, new kids on the block like Pinterest and Snapchat. Wherever your customers are, just by pointing and clicking here, you can light up those real-time connections.
Wow. So if I'm running email, and if I'm running ads, and I'm running mobile, how do I know all of it's working? How do I know what's driving revenue?
Well, that's the $65 billion question. So for so long, right, as you're pointing out, marketers have spent all of this money. They're not quite sure if it's working. So let's jump into what we call the Journey Insights reports here.
Okay.
49 million journeys that a consumer can take on the path to purchase of a pair of hiking boots.
Yep.
That's pretty daunting. And wouldn't it be cool to know what are the top 5, what are the top 10 journeys that actually worked?
Great.
Well, here, if you come with me over here, Tim,
So
to
what,
the third.
you've got your sequence ID and your lift. What's the lift?
Lift is the performance improvement that you
Okay.
get against a baseline by taking these particular journeys.
So like that 2.7, that's
Yeah.
3% lift just about.
3% lift, which
Okay.
in a context where search keywords are getting 0.001% click-throughs, 3% for the modern marketer is huge.
Okay.
And if you look at this, right, they started with an email, browsing on the website, then they went to an email, then they look at a video. 3% improvement for the first time now. Our marketer clients aren't just taking the word of somebody who showed up and said, trust me, it worked. They can actually actively measure and manage the efficacy of the millions of dollars that they're spending on these
Very
marketing
cool.
strategies.
Tom, thank you so much. Give it up for Tom.
Absolutely.
With Crux. Awesome demo. Very, very powerful product. So the Marketing Cloud is a place where you can go to build these one-to-one customer journeys. Journey Builder, which we're going to show you here in a minute, is our product that lets you orchestrate those one-to-one interactions across the channels. It sits on top of Email Studio, which is for triggered and transactional, as well as promotional campaigns. It sits on top of Mobile Studio for SMS, push, and OTT apps. It has social capabilities to be able to listen, publish, and analyze everything your customer says about you. And of course, now our new enhanced advertising capabilities with Crux as a part of the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So is everyone ready to see this thing work in action? We've got more demos here and 2 great companies. So we're gonna be talking about B2C example with Dunkin. Everybody knows Dunkin Donuts, I assume, right? Yeah, of course. You get your Saturday morning coffee and a donut. And then Pearson Education. They are the leader in learning and education. So we're going to start with Dunkin, and we're going to highlight their new rewards program. They've got about 5 million members in that program. And to help you understand more about that, let's take a look at a film.
Dunkin' Donuts is for busy people who have busy lives. We're your launch pad in the morning.
Any walk of life in any part of this country can appreciate our beverages and our food. America really runs on Dunkin', and we fuel people's lives.
Dunkin's a company that's been built for 66 years on brick and mortar locations. And you come in, you're greeted with a smile, your order's prepared quickly and accurately, and you're off, and we have helped you start your day. But as the world is changing and evolving, how do we make the guest experience better? That's what Salesforce is helping us deliver. The expectations of our guests are greater than they've ever been. If we're not delivering on that, they're going to go somewhere else that will. We need to know what our consumers want before even they know that they want it. And technology is a huge part of our guest communication.
We want to make sure we communicate with our guests the way they want to be communicated with.
Speed is the essence of the Dunkin' brand. We allow consumers to order on their phone, pick it up in store, and avoid the line. But we have to build a very focused, personalized, one-to-one journey with our consumers, a way to reach them with the right offer at the right time, at the right place. Salesforce helps us deliver that. We've been doing personalization since the day we opened. We've taken that personalization that we've been doing for 66 years and now brought it into the digital guest experience.
It's a different level of service that they haven't experienced in the past.
One of the great benefits of Salesforce is the ability to run the business from your phone, to act and be quick to meet the needs of our guests. When we build technology and deploy it, it's at scale. Salesforce is a tool that allows us to develop working across the marketing, IT, and operations teams. We want to be a trailblazer as we think about what are new things we can do.
Salesforce continues to evolve with us and continues to anticipate needs.
New ways to engage our consumers, new ways to reach our guests. That's the type of partnership that we really need. We now have this platform that is the biggest transformation to our operations since we punched a hole in the wall and called it a drive-thru. Our brand appeals across multiple generations.
The fact that we're driven on speed and convenience allows people to get time back. And there's nothing at the end of the day that's more important than having time.
So you can get on and get back to the things that are really important to you.
All right, so we've got a great customer story here in store, and to tell you more about it, please welcome Leslie Fine, who's our VP of Product for Data Analytics. Leslie, take it away.
Thanks, Brian. So Dunkin' is a 70-year-old brick-and-mortar company. And most of you in the room are probably familiar with them, but what you might not know is that over the last decade, they have transformed virtually every part of their business into a digital marketing powerhouse. It all starts with their masterful use of highly targeted advertising to reach new customers and drive awareness. They carry that through by using cross-channel messaging to drive engagement for every customer. And finally, driving those customers to become loyal brand advocates through their use of social media. And all of this has had amazing scale and impressive results. So far this year, they have had 700 million emails sent. They have 1.5 million truly one-to-one customer journeys and 16 million plus mobile app downloads. And this has driven 5 million members into their Dunkin' Rewards program. So I was getting ready for today. I got to talk to John and Cheryl and some of the other trailblazers that you saw in the video. And I've learned that they've made 7 different apps using the App Cloud. Everything from event management to partner management, vendors, all of this is built with the App Cloud. And they're working on an 8th right now. Now, because the App Cloud was built with the idea of clicks, not code, anyone can build apps like these in just a few minutes. And when you leave here, if you head over to the campground, you can try building one right there. And because the App Cloud is connected across the entire platform, every piece of data that's available to you in your CRM systems, in your services, in marketing, are available to build really custom apps. That adds up to apps that are built 5 times faster and with half the code of traditional methods. They're also making very heavy use of Commerce Cloud. Now, earlier this year, we acquired Demandware, and we're thrilled to have the world's #1 e-commerce platform powering our newest cloud, the Commerce Cloud. Commerce Cloud is the perfect partner to the Marketing Cloud, because not only because of its e-commerce platform, but mobile-first point of sale and in-store capabilities that allow you to extend the reach and understand your customers even better. And because Einstein is baked in, every piece of content, every item on every website, and every email are all deeply personalized to your customers. Now, we've heard a little bit about the technologies that Dunkin's using. Let's take a look at how that's all coming together. It all starts for our brand manager in the Marketing Cloud. We're using the Lightning navigation system. He moves over to Social Studio. Social Studio is where our brand manager can listen, can publish, and engage with his entire audience. But as we all know, social has become an increasingly visual medium. Your customers are posting pictures of themselves or their products. They're posting questions about your products, but they may not be mentioning you at all. There's no @ mention, there's no hashtag. Ken is one such customer. He's traveled with me to the East Coast, and he's thrilled because he can get Dunkin' coffee here. And he posts this picture, and he says that he loves coming east because he can get his coffee. Notice we have a sentiment, we have a location, we have an image, but the brand isn't mentioned anywhere. Now, this used to be a lost moment that no one would ever be aware of. With visual discovery by Einstein, this is now captured. We see that logo, bring it to the brand manager's attention as being relevant to his brand. Well, it turns out Dunkin's expanding, and they're actually opening stores in the Bay Area. So our brand manager reaches out to let Ken know about this and suggests he download that mobile app so he can stay in touch. Let's take a look at what this looks like for Ken. See, here's that tweet Ken sent, and here's that reply. He'd love to know when there are more stores near him, so he clicks in, he goes over to the App Store, and he downloads the mobile app. Now, the first thing he does, the first thing that so many of us do when we download a new app, is he creates a profile. It's a really important moment for the marketer because that's when Ken goes from being an unknown consumer to a known customer. And from this moment forward, every view, every search, the stores he goes to, even the time of day he prefers to read his mail, all of this is written back to the contact record so he can make every next experience that much more personal. So in the time I've been talking, we've got it all set up. Has his credit card, it has its location. All he has to do is click a button, and a coffee will be waiting for him on the way to work. This is nothing less than the Uber for donuts. So Ken's now gone from consumer to customer. That's fantastic. We know about him in Marketing Cloud. We're going to welcome him with an onboarding journey back in Journey Builder. Now, as Bryan mentioned earlier, Journey Builder is our orchestration engine that brings together the right audience with timing, channel, and content for a really personal experience at scale. On the left here are all of the events and triggers and pieces of content that can be dragged onto the canvas so that you can create that experience. And because Journey Builder is part of the platform, every object that's anywhere in Salesforce can be used as a journey. Any standard object in sales, any custom object, all can be used here. So we're going to welcome Ken with this onboarding. The event that drives the journey to start is him signing up, and we're good marketers, so the first thing we do is welcome him. So we send out a welcome email. The question of what to do next has always been a little bit of a black art, where people look at past data and make some educated guesses as to how to make sure that their customers stay engaged. Well, with Einstein, that's not the case anymore. Instead of the guesswork, we're going to put in a smart split. And we're going to let Einstein determine the best path for every customer based on their propensity. So what we're going to do here is for our most engaged customers, we're going to send them a coupon via push. People who are a little less engaged will try a different channel. And then one more tier down, we'll use a gamification aspect, and we'll send him some information about his points, try to drive him to convert. Now, our least engaged customers, and unfortunately Ken is one of them, need a little extra attention. So we're going to try a 1-2 punch. We'll send an email suggesting that he signs up for the coffee subscription. And here's that email. You can view it right in Journey Builder. It looks fantastic. But what we've learned as we become a cross-channel marketing platform is that when you pair an email with an advertisement, you get up to a 20% lift in conversion. So that's exactly what we'll do here. We're going to pair that email with an ad in Facebook. Let's see this from Ken's point of view. So here he is in Facebook. He sees that ad. He thinks the idea of having his favorite beans waiting for him at home every month is great, so he clicks in and makes this purchase. Now, because Commerce Cloud is part of the platform, this data is it's not only incredibly easy to make this purchase, this is all, again, written back so we can make his experience great. In this case, we're going to wait and listen for the delivery. And as soon as it's delivered, we'll send him a message welcoming him to rate his experience in the Community Cloud. So let's head over there. Now, a lot of marketers ask us how they can keep their customers engaged after the moment of sale, and Community Cloud is a perfect tool for that. It allows your customers, your partners, your vendors, all to collaborate, to share ideas, to have a little fun. And Ken's going to share his experience, which unfortunately was not amazing. He was so excited to get home and enjoy his coffee that he ran over the package in his own driveway. So he decides to share this, and Ken thinks he's done now. Closes his phone, done with the whole experience. But what he doesn't know is that Community Cloud and the Service Cloud are also deeply integrated, and we automatically pick up this negative sentiment and create a service case. So let's take a look at that in Service Cloud. Dunkin's service managers know that a great customer experience is vital to their product, and so they decide to proactively reach out and say, they're very sorry about his experience, send him a new package, and give him a coupon for his next visit. Let's see how this is all playing out for Ken. Well, Ken naturally is thrilled. He got something for free. He got helped when he didn't even ask for it. And he tweets out thanks and gives them a little DD Perks love as well. This is how Dunkin is leveraging the entire Salesforce for Marketing suite to empower their marketers, but also ultimately delight their customers. We'd like to thank them for sharing their story with us, and I'd like to thank you for your attention today. Back to you, Bryan.
All right, thank you, Leslie. Nice job. Great demo, great demo. So 2 places we saw Einstein. We saw Einstein in Social Studio, where we were listening for images, not just hashtag Dunkin' Donuts, but we saw a picture. And Einstein has deep learning technology that can understand that's a picture of a Dunkin' Donuts product, and then we can do things with that, like create a case or put it into our analysis to expand how many of these tweets and posts we can actually listen to and analyze, which is really cool. And we saw Einstein in Journey Builder with the predictive scores on that smart split. So excited to share those Einstein features with you here today. We've got one more story we want to share. Pearson. So Pearson is driving more people to their events than ever before, and they have a big pipeline that they need to fill. They have these massive events, these learning and educational events. And so to tell us more about how Pearson is using the customer success platform to do that, welcome to the stage, Shannon Duffy. Shannon?
Thanks, Bryan.
Take it away.
All right. So Pearson is one of the world's largest and leading educational companies. And so if you have some textbooks at home, or if your children have some textbooks at home, chances are they've come from Pearson. But Pearson has a much bigger vision than that, right? They don't just create textbooks or learning materials. Their mission is to make the world a better place and our lives better through education. It's really, really cool. And so to do this, they've learned that they need to have their sales and marketing teams work together in lockstep. Because if they do this, they're able to provide the best possible customer experience for their customers. They're able to get the right educational materials to the right people in the fastest amount of time, right? So it accelerates the sales cycle, and it increases Pearson's bottom line. So how are they doing this? Well, they're using Pardot and the Sales Cloud. Pardot gives your marketing teams everything they need to quickly and easily generate leads. But in B2B marketing these days, and if you're in marketing and you're supporting a sales team, it's not just enough to generate a lead. You can't just get someone to fill out a form and send it to sales. You have to nurture these leads. You have to give these leads content and experiences that are relevant to them, and then warm them up for your sales team. But it's also about marketing and sales working together. So sales needs to know how to focus on the right leads. Which leads should I call first? And because Pardot seamlessly integrates with the Sales Cloud, they're easy to do this. And of course, they have to be able to do this from anywhere, right? Salespeople live their lives on their phone, so they have to be able to take action on those leads from their mobile device. But one of the things that I've always struggled with, because I've been in B2B marketing for almost 20 years, believe it or not, is that marketers, we have to show our value, right? We tend to spend money, or I like to spend money, and I have to show the ROI for that, right? It's not just enough for me to spend money on a marketing campaign. I have to show exactly how much pipe and how much revenue that meant for my company. And while this is all well and good, most marketers in this room can probably relate to the fact that that's not necessarily easy, right? It can be hard to get those metrics, to get those insights we need to really run our business and show the value that we bring to the organization. But with B2B Marketing Wave, that's easier than ever before. That problem of finding that right insights, those right metrics to show the value of marketing is easy. Because now you have an interactive dashboard where you can click and drill in and get all the information you need. So let's see how Pearson is doing this. I'm going to do this demo in under 4 minutes. So here I am, the head of marketing for Pearson Education, and I start every single morning in Salesforce on my Lightning homepage. And I do this because it's completely customized to me. I can see at a glance everything I need to know to run my day. But what I love the most about this is that this is smart and intelligent because it's powered by Einstein. And I can see right there up at the top some Einstein insights. Because Einstein not only knows what is important to me, in my case it's pipeline for my sales team, it also has access to all of my data. So while I'm working and doing other things, it's running in the background, it's churning the information, and it's pulling out these insights that I need to know. And in my case, it's telling me something that's a little bit concerning. It's telling me that I'm only 48% of my pipeline goal for the month. And that means if I keep up at that rate, I'm not going to hit my goal. Now that's concerning and I have to fix it. So let's click into the B2B Marketing Wave dashboard and see how I can fix it. So here is this dashboard that I was explaining to you, where I can see at a glance exactly everything I need to know about the health of my business. But this is an interactive dashboard, so I can click and drill into any component on this page and get deeper insights. So in my case, I want to check out this e-learning software campaign that I just started running, and I'm going to click on that, and boom, you see that? The dashboard completely updated, so now all those metrics are relevant to that data set, that particular campaign that I want to look at. And what I can see at the top is my Google AdWords campaign is performing really well. So if I have a pipeline problem, I want to invest more here. So what I'm going to do now, right from this dashboard, I'm going to chatter my marketing team. And I'm going to tell them, guys, we have a pipeline problem, and we need to invest more in Google AdWords, just like that. I'm going to post that to Chatter, and so now they can take action right away. So we're going to get those leads coming in from Google AdWords, but what does it look like? Well, those leads are going to go into the Sales Cloud, so I can nurture them with Pardot. And here you can see my e-learning campaign. I can see my complete journey, all the paths that my prospect can take right at a glance. And more importantly, I can see how that campaign's performing, because all of the key metrics are overlaid right on top. Right? But again, it's smart, it's intelligent, it's powered by Einstein, and I can see I have an issue right there. That blue bubble, when I click on it, is giving me an insight again. Again, it has access to all of my different emails, all the different parts of this campaign, and it's noticed that this particular email is not performing as well as the others. My prospects are dropping off. Now, this is huge, because those are leads that are not going to go to my sales team. But again, if I click into this, it doesn't just tell me I have a problem. It gives me advice on how to fix it. And it's telling me that if I do a content optimization test, I'm going to see better returns. So let's go ahead and create that content optimization test. I'm going to click in, and I'm going to change the action, and then I'm going to see all the different types of content I can do. I can mouse over it. I can see what those emails look like. I think I want to change that last one because I just created a new report that I think will be better. So we're going to go ahead and change that. And boom, just like that, my campaign is updated. I'm not going to have as much drop-off at that particular point of my campaign, and I'm going to get more leads to my sales team. So let's see what this looks like from the perspective of a salesperson. So salespeople are often on the go, are we're spying on the phone of one of our top sales reps right now, and she's going about her day, meeting with customers, and all of a sudden she gets an alert. And this alert is telling her that one of those prospects that came in from our Google AdWords campaign has been nurtured through that path that I showed you guys, is showing signs that he's ready to buy. So she's going to click into this and learn a little bit more about Bryan, this prospect. And here she can see everything she needs to know, name, title, but she can also see that predictive lead score powered by Einstein. So she clicks into this. And what this lead score is showing her is between his demographics and all the different marketing actions that he's took, you can see right here, that Einstein has determined that he's ready to buy, and he's ready to buy now. So she's going to peruse everything he did because she's going to give Bryan a call right from Salesforce 1. And she can have a really contextual conversation because she knows what he's interested in. She knows what he's looked at. So she gets Bryan on the phone. They have a great phone conversation. He says, I have been thinking about buying Pearson, but I'm waiting for my budget to come in. I'm not quite sure. Call me back in 30 days. Now, this can be the kiss of death for a salesperson, right? You have to hope that he or she remembers to call back. You have to hope the prospect doesn't lose interest. But with Salesforce Engage, our sales rep is going to add Bryan to a nurture campaign right from her phone. This is content that's been set up by marketing around specific things. And so just like that, she's going to add Bryan to the nurture campaign, and Bryan's going to get a steady stream of content in the background while she's closing other deals. So that's what she does. A few days go by, Bryan's getting this content, he's super engaged, and he calls our sales rep back and says, I am ready to buy. Pretty easy and simple for her. All she does is change the opportunity to closed right from her phone, and that's another deal for Pearson. Back to you, Bryan.
Great. Thank you, Shannon. Good job. Great demo. All right. So Pearson Education using Pardot, along with the new analytics from Wave inside of the analytics cloud to look at all those metrics on how a marketer can run their business from their phone. Couple key announcements. So if you want to get out your phones and text the word guide, G-U-I-D-E, pull up your SMS interface. We're going to show you our product live right here. This is our mobile originated text, and you can text guide to 38767. When you do that, you're going to receive a link to our Marketers Field Guide. Check it out. All the demos are in the campground, and lots more breakout sessions. So text this in. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.